Welcome to a special edition of the West Georgia Gridiron Podcast. We sit down with Cam Wood to discuss his journey from sidelines to Carrollton Trojans starting running back.
Welcome, everybody, to the West Georgia Gridiron Podcast. Wow, what an honor. We have the one and only, the one we've all come to know, the man, the myth, and the legend, Cam Wood. Welcome, Cam, to the West Georgia Gridiron Show.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, man.
Can't thank y'all enough.
Awesome, man. It's been quite a journey for you, quite a season already in your senior year. We'll get into all the details. So we're actually calling this episode Running Full Speed with Cam Wood of Carrollton Trojans. So, Cam, let's just kind of jump into it. I know a lot of people have questions and they would like to get to know you and definitely want to talk about your outstanding season you're having so far. But what does it really mean to you to be able to put on the black and gold and be called a Carrollton Trojan?
It means a lot. There's different ways people can come about it, but my main thing is I like to represent people in the past that have spent their time and poured everything they have into Carrollton, and just it means a lot. And Coach King always has a saying for us, and it's big team, little me. And I always think about that each and every day that I put on the jersey for practice or a game or we go lift or something. Just think about that, because put your team before yourself, and that's all it means at Carrollton.
So, Cam, do you prefer college football or NFL? Me personally, I prefer college football. And then also, who are your favorite teams?
That's a hard choice, but I'll go with college. Obviously, I'm a Georgia fan. I grew up a Georgia fan through my dad because my dad was a huge Georgia fan, always has been. It kind of just rubbed off on me, kind of the dad-son thing with college football. So I'll always be a Georgia fan, always bleed red and black, but that's how it goes. And then for the NFL, hometown, big Falcons fan. Love going to Falcons games, so much fun. Yeah, they might not always be the best team, but I always support them because I love my Falcons, though. Actually got a big win today against the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we got to win today.
You know why Mason was smiling? Because he's a Georgia Tech fan. And then being from Louisiana, I still try to be a New Orleans fan. That doesn't work out too well. But that's awesome.
Yeah, Ole Miss spanked y'all yesterday.
Oh, we got beat by Bama, so it's kind of a two-way thing. I didn't realize that Georgia Tech pulled that one out 20-3. Came back. Haynes King, I think he's the best quarterback in college football right now, in my opinion.
Who is the toughest defender you played against?
Toughest defender, no doubt. I don't even have to think about this one. I'm going to go with Jay Hagan. This is not even a person that I played against or something. This is a person that I just go against every day. And Jay is by far the best safety, just best all-around athlete I've gone against. You can line Jay up on the offense side of the ball, run a route. You can line Jay up in the backfield, run the ball. You can line Jay up anywhere. But Jay, that kid just goes hard. He gives it all he got. Between those lines, Jay's going to give you a look every time you do something. Jay's going to go hard. Jay's just a great all-around football player, and I can't thank him enough for pushing me each and every day. But yeah, Jay is definitely the best defender I've gone against, and he's also one of my really good friends, and I can't thank him enough.
Yeah, and he's another one of those guys that had a big game against Gainesville. I mean, he was all over the field in that second half.
What's something that people don't know about you that's in your normal bio?
So something that people really don't know about me is that when I moved to Carrollton, I actually didn't move with my parents. I actually live with my grandparents. And so it's really, really cool to spend time with them and just cherish these moments with them as they get older. It's just a great time, and I just can't thank them enough for letting me stay with them and live with them. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then what is a way that your teammates would describe you?
So I feel like my teammates would describe me as just like an energetic, fun person, because I'm trying to be out there, make everyone happy, bring the energy, and just make sure everyone has a great day. And if something's wrong with someone, check on them, make sure they're good.
Well, and there is a lot that goes into game prep. Y'all are in bye week this week with Carrollton Trojans. And then who's your upcoming game? Westlake, right?
Yes, sir. It's Westlake.
Yeah. And anything you know about Westlake so far?
No, sir. We have not. We haven't really gone over everything. We'll start that tomorrow. But Westlake's always a good program, always a good school. They actually have our old running back coach, Coach Jones, there, which Coach Jones is a phenomenal coach, and I know he'll have those guys ready to play us because, they always give us a good look and always give us a good run. So
Right.
another good game.
Yeah, the alma mater of Cam Newton, right?
Yes,
Another
sir.
Cam. Any unique game day or pregame rituals?
So I have a unique game day.
Okay.
First of all, I would say that so I have dual enrollment classes, so I come home after second block every time, and my grandma will bring me the same meal from Chick-fil-A, and I'll eat it at
Ooh.
2:30 every time.
What's your go-to?
So I like a 12-count chicken nugget meal with
All
a
right.
large fry and a large Powerade, obviously on Fridays because of the game, and 5 Polynesian sauce. I'm a big Polynesian sauce guy.
All right. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people like that. If you weren't playing as a running back, what do you think the position that you would be playing?
If I wasn't playing running back, I would really like to play like a nickel Sam because I just feel like that position's very like you do everything. You kind of guard people, you come in the box. It just seems like a lot of fun. It seems like the quarterback of the defense because you're just doing so much and you make the calls. It just seems like it would be a pretty fun position to play.
I like it. Now, up behind me, you see Louisiana. I'm originally from Louisiana, and Mason has a cousin. Will Campbell played left tackle for LSU. A lot of people don't know that. What they do now, if they've been listening to this show, but now playing went 4th overall to the Patriots. And go, Will, if you're listening in. What is it like being like one of those athletes that they're now in the limelight? How do you handle that on a day-to-day basis when people are maybe calling on you, wanting interviews, or just you're seeing your stats being thrown up there or your performances after a high-profile game like Gainesville?
It feels great, but first off, I can't thank my O-line enough for all they do for me each and every game. Like those guys work hard. They're always protecting me, everything. And then it goes on with Coach King and Coach Bridges, Coach Phillips, Coach Barge, them each and every day pushing us, giving us all the knowledge we need to go into a game and be prepared. Every practice, everything. They just pour into us and make us great football players.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Mason. This is a Mason show. Mason's the host of this show. I just get to be a co-host and help him produce it. But Mason, take it from here.
All right. Well, again, thank you, Cam, for joining us today. And it's been one heck of a season last year, also one heck of a season. Obviously, we've started 6-0 both of these past 2 years. The year before that, lost to Langston Hughes' first game. So starting out 6-0 obviously has to feel good. I mean, no better feeling than being able to got there and just defeat opponents, especially like a team like Gainesville, which actually I snuck this souvenir from the press box when I was up there. But
Cam, don't start throwing stuff at the screen yet, man.
But yeah, that was such a special game to watch, and I'm sure you've seen all the stuff. I'm sure it must be weird to see, Max Preps and ESPN and all these people posting things about you scoring 4 touchdowns. What was it like to put up 4 touchdowns against a good Gainesville team like that, especially which, I'm not proud to say it, but I did have Carrollton losing in my prediction. Coach Reed, I saw him the other day. Coach Reed was giving me flack about it, but how was it to put up 4 touchdowns? I'm sure it felt amazing.
It felt great. But like I said in the past, like it starts with those 5 up front. It starts from Quali to Teo to Chaston to Bo Ball to Zakai Helton. It feeds off from them because they're the ones that win in the trenches every game. They're the ones that let me run because they open up the holes. They make things a lot easier, and I can't thank them enough. And then you got Coach King calling amazing plays like he always does. And yeah, I just give the glory and credit to Coach King, Coach Bridges, and those 5 up front because they did stuff for me to produce on the field. So I can't thank them enough.
Cam, when did you start lifting weights? And a lot of people, if they've seen pictures of you, man, you are super strong. So in that Gainesville game, since we're talking about that first touchdown, I believe it was, they tried to strip the ball from you, man. I'm like, there is no way. And then all of a sudden everybody sees you going in. So from where I was sitting, it was kind of hard to see that end of the field. But I could see when you went in, the crowd went nuts. What a moment. But was it just because is that what they were trying to do, was strip the ball, or what was going on?
Yes, sir. I had one dude trying to pull it out, and I had Bo behind me pushing me, trying to get me in the end zone. So they're trying to pull it out, and Bo pushed me through and got in the end zone.
Thank you, Bo Ball.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, Bo Ball.
Yeah, we'll have to get more mention to him, man. I may have to put his picture up this week somehow for sure.
Oh, definitely.
That's awesome.
But yeah, one of those plays was Jamarion Matthews, a 4-star. He's going to Alabama, and I know talking Coach Fuller before the game. He was talking about how he doesn't think Matthews is all that, and he thinks he's overrated. And that play sure did look like he was overrated. I mean, good Lord. I mean, because he's what, 6'3", 6'4". I mean, you just went straight through him.
He was a big dude. I'm be straight up. He was actually, I think, the best player on that defense because every play he was in on something. He block shedding was crazy. He played fast, played physical, and he had won the ball every play. That's what he wanted to do. And hats off to him because he played a great game.
I agree. Hats off to Jamarion. And obviously now you're the starting running back, and you've put up the numbers. I mean, 12 rushing touchdowns, over 500 total yards. That's including receiving yards. You've obviously went above and beyond so far in just 6 games, and we still have 4 more regular season games plus however the playoffs go. So how have you stayed motivated, especially this past off season? How have you stayed motivated, and what was your main focus on getting you prepared for this senior season?
So I looked at it as like it's a way that it's God's way. He wants to put me in this position, and I just want to trust him. And Coach King would always tell me just keep on working. Coach Bridges would always be pushing me in the off season. My dad, just keep on working. It's all going to play out. And so I just kept my head down, kept working, and now it's the time. So I can't thank them enough, and I can't thank God enough for that.
And shout out to Eddie Wood, Dad, right?
Yes, sir.
Great guy.
And now that you are Carrollton's starting running back, how does it feel to finally get the chance to showcase your abilities? Because I saw a couple of JV games last year. Obviously, we've seen some highlights. Saw you in the scrimmage against Cambridge, and obviously, I know my dad was extremely impressed. How does it feel now to everyone? All eyes are on you, and not just not just people who are going to go to a JV game per se.
It feels amazing. It feels great, but also like I keep saying with my O-line, they deserve all the attention. They deserve all the glory because they just go to work every day. They make me look good because they put in all the hard work. They move bodies around, open up holes, and I just think that without them, none of this is possible. And obviously, without our coaching staff and everyone that helps out, none of this is possible without them each and every day pushing us to work harder. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and talking about that offensive line, obviously you got Quelly, Zakai, Bo, Chaston, Teo. You even got Mark Mitchell who rotates in and out. I mean, it's such a special group, and I know a lot of those guys. Majority, I think Quelly and Mark probably the only 2 that aren't seniors, so we'll be losing a lot of guys after this year. But I think especially Teo. I think he's the one that kind of gets picked on the most because of his size, lack of height, only 5'11", whatever. I think they go unnoticed at times. I think they do, like you said, I think sometimes they don't get the credit they deserve. I mean, especially when you're going up against guys like Gainesville and Parker and like last year, Douglas County guys who are, you're talking about their defensive guys, they're 4-stars, they're 3-stars. I mean, and Buford, for instance, last year we played Buford. I mean, just taking care of business up front. So, I mean, I completely agree that the offensive line is so special. But again, they put you in that position, make you look good, and I'm glad they do because it's helping Carrollton win. It's helping you succeed. It's helping the team succeed. And we're 6-0 because of it, and partially because of it. Obviously, it's defense and offense, and special teams plays a part in that. And I know you've done some returning. Do you like returning?
I've never really returned all my high school, but Coach Barge actually put me back there just to catch them because I told him I played baseball, so it would help out. I was just like, let's give it a try, and I actually like it. It's actually really fun. I mean, it's hard sometimes because the ball gets up there, especially in practice when Vargas is kicking because his punts things are hanging, moving, everything. So it's just that, especially him, he helps you out, get better at catching punts and everything. And Coach Josh Barge is a great coach to help you with that because he had an awesome career at Jack State returning punts. Obviously, he was a great guy to look after.
Well, y'all got great hands, though, man. A lot of people sitting in the stands on Friday nights at Carrollton, and it's sighing and gasping until somebody catches that ball because they hang sometimes. But y'all get it done.
Yes, sir, and definitely having like Peyton Zachary like in front of you, like returning punts, like he helps me out all the time. He helps me with tips and keys, so it helps. He's a great great person that I look up to when it comes to catching punts because he's really good at it. If y'all can't tell.
Yeah, I mean, Livia Springs, I think that was the opening kickoff that he took it back like 80 yards, and then he had that 50-yard punt return for a touchdown. I mean, just electric. But I know you've talked about some of the guys, that have been big influences, big mentors to you throughout the past 2 seasons. I mean, but really, I think who would be your biggest influence on your football journey specifically? If there is only one person, there might be multiple.
I'm gonna have to go with my dad because my dad's always hard on me, and I didn't really realize that when I was younger, when I was growing up from like 10 to 11 to 12 to 13, like growing up ages over time, you're just like, gosh, why is he so hard? I'm like, why? But as you look at it as I get older, like my senior year, into my junior year, I'm like, he just wants the best for me. Like he's always pushing me, always trying to find ways for me to get better, always find ways for me to recover my body. Just he wants the best for me, and I can't thank him enough for all the knowledge and everything he's poured into me. So, yeah.
Right on. Again, shout out to Mr. Eddie Wood there. What has been the best encouragement that you've ever received from a coach?
I'm gonna go with Coach Bridges on this one. Coach Bridges, my running back coach at Carrollton. Coach Bridges is probably my favorite coach that I've ever had. Coach Bridges, just the bond between me and him are just amazing, and I can't thank that guy enough for all he's poured into me and all the knowledge he's gave me. But he's always giving me tips on just keep working, just let it all play out, like trust the process, stuff like that. And I always listen to what he says and I take it in because I know he's been there, done that, wrote the book, and I can't thank him enough. And he's a big encourager each and every day, like always brings a positive mindset at practice, always helping me get better, and just Coach Bridges is the man.
Yeah, he comes in my first block every now and then. Coach Ray's class, he comes in there. He's hilarious. What is one of the most important things? I know we've already talked about your offers. What is one of the most important things you want a college coach or a recruiter to know about you as a player?
I have 2 things. First would be that I just love the game of football. I just love the opportunity that God gives me each and every day, like to go out there and just do the thing I love. And yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, I'm the type of person that I'm not just out there just to be out there. Like, I love football. That's my thing, and take a lot of pride in it. Second thing is that I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna bust my tail every time. I'm gonna do what I can do. Like, give it my all, because you never know when your last play is. So you gotta give it your all each and every day. Because I mean, of course, with God giving you an opportunity, like each and every day when I wake up, I thank Him because like I get to go to weights, I get to go to practice, we get to go to meetings. Like, you got to look at it that way, not like, oh, we have meetings today, oh, we have practice. Like, you got to look at it as like, it's another day to get better. And
what advice would you give the next generation of Carrollton Trojan? And this can be, I mean, even Nick Archer, I think would be considered a next generation. I know he's a freshman. That could be from him all the way down to like first graders. But what would you say to those guys who look up to you on Friday nights and they're watching you and they're going, I want to be the next Cam Wood, or I want to be, the next, Peyton Zachary, whoever.
So I thought about this one for a little while, and I was thinking, like, as you're a freshman and as you're a sophomore and as you're a junior, you kind of take time for granted. Like, you don't understand, but like, you got to look at it as like, and cherish these moments with your friends, cherish these moments with your brothers, because like, it's going to end sometime. And Coach King always says it. There's nothing going to compare to playing on Friday nights with your brothers. He's like, it's not like college. It's not like as you get older. He said, this is the best time of your life. You're playing football with your best friends. You're out there just doing the thing you love. And I encourage those kids just to enjoy the time, cherish the moments, and just have a great time, because it's a game, it's fun, and it's the best time of your life. You're in high school, you're playing football, you're with your buddies.
That's awesome, Cam. Well, man, this has been an interesting time with you. I'm glad to get to know you behind the scenes. What an interesting journey. God's been there along the way with you. I'm glad that you acknowledge that. We actually do a segment called Faith and Football on occasion, and you'll start seeing more of those. And hopefully we'll have some people from FCA and others, maybe even coaches, players that can maybe share their faith and how they pair it with football and things that God's taught them and life lessons and those things through football, and that they could pass on to, like you were sharing earlier, with a younger generation, be an inspiration and mobilize them to be able to put that faith into action on and off the field. who they're becoming, and that's pretty awesome. But man, I'm glad you've been able to stay healthy. We pray for that going forward for you. And as we always say, there's nothing like football Fridays in West Georgia.
Yes,
And
sir.
so we'll look forward to seeing you in that Westlake game and beyond. And then we'll see how far you guys are going to take that journey together this year. But whatever it is, I know that you'll do the best that you can. And you've shared just a little insight to that and what motivates you to do so. So that's inspired me, Cam. And again, shout out to your dad for helping and all those that have helped shape that. Mason, any closing thoughts and opinions?
No, it's been a fun season to watch. Can't believe that we're already, week 8 or, about to play the 7th game for Carrollton. Other teams around here playing game 7 or game 8. But continue to play as a team and give it your all and stay healthy. And obviously, last year we lost the state championship. Obviously, the goal every year is to win a state championship. And but even if that isn't what happens this year, just to have fun on the way. And pretty much just kind of exactly what you just said. But it's definitely been fun to watch. And obviously Friday I'll be in the booth in Westlake, and I'm definitely waiting for that Douglas County game, though. I'm excited for that game.
It's definitely.
We won't get ahead of ourselves for that one, Cam. But any closing thoughts? If you want to say anything about that game, man, go ahead.
Nah, we don't look at it as the opponent. We look at it as like it's another. Next week's a big game because we're in it. Because we gotta keep working at our craft each and every day and just get better, and just play football.
Love it. I love how y'all playing for each other this year too, man. All right, well, Cam, we're gonna let you get back to your life, man. But I appreciate it. And I think a lot of people will enjoy this show. But with that, everybody, tune in to the Monday recap show. Follow us on social media and make sure you get this out to other people so that they can hear and get to know Cam Wood. All right, Cam, have a good night, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me. Y'all have a great night as well.